Hello guys, and welcome to another video. We are starting off the day jump starting the 4960. Dad was gonna bring this up last night from this field, and he walked all the way up to it, and it ended up being dead, and so he ended up having to walk all the way to the farm last night. But luckily he said it was a pretty walk, so he enjoyed it. And then this morning, oh come on, this morning I drove all the way to the farm with my Jeep before I realized that this truck, because my Jeep doesn't have enough jump start power to do a tractor like this, I realized this truck was at home. So I ended up turning right around in the farm driveway and going all the way back home to try and get this truck. And now I got it, and now we're jump starting the tractor. So heavy machinery is a little bit different when it comes to jump starting than a normal car or truck. When you jump start in a car, you would put your positive cable on the positive terminal, negative on the negative, so on. Well, tractors, it's not the same. It's not as easy to get to the batteries as a car or truck. So this tractor specifically, they made a terminal right there for you to hook to, and then the tractor is grounded. So you just put your negative terminal on a frame bolt or something like that, and that's how you get your solid circuit. Well, on like the 4440 or something, you would hook your jumper cable to your positive terminal to your main connection on the starter, and that would be where you go. Not to the starter itself, but there's a connection in there, and you hook it up. Usually only one, so it's hard to go wrong, and you can hook it up and it goes back to the batteries, and that's how you jump start those. So a little bit different than a car or truck. If you guys ever need to jump start a tractor or something, just figured I'd let you guys know that. But now you sit here and play the waiting game, at least for a couple minutes, because tractors, you got this tractor has 2 batteries on it. Usually most of them do, but they're still 12 volts, just need a little more amps to crank over. I cut out all the boring parts for you guys, because this thing, it cranks and acts like it's going and then dies. It does that about 4 times. And then I just left you guys with the fun one where it actually started up. So we're gonna leave this warming up for a little while. We're gonna go up and get the truck, let that get warming up, and then we'll head down here and get this thing unloaded along with the combine. Probably just this thing, and then we'll just dump the combine in the cart for now, because I don't have enough room in the truck for everything. The truck just about holds what's in the cart. We'll probably Alright, so if this truck was starting up good all the time, I would record a cold start of this, but it takes a while to get it going. And I don't want to waste camera battery on something measly as a L8000 cold start, because this thing doesn't really smoke like everything else. So it'd just be boring for you guys. I'm gonna get this going. Reason why it takes so long is the starter disengages all the time on you, so it takes quite a bit longer to get the engine pumped up. So I'm just going to do this off camera, and then we'll let that warm up. I'm gonna go check the 4020 over while this is warming up and get that started and let that warm up while we're going down to the field and loading this up. Okay, I was mistaken. It does smoke when it's cold out. Holy smokes! That filled the cab up instantly, I tell you. Oh man. Usually it's in the, I guess usually when I start it, the cab's sitting uphill than the rest of it. But holy cow, you can't even see the truck. Man, I was completely wrong with that part of the cold start. But it did take a while, I'm gonna admit it. It took a little while to get her going. That is our grain cleaner. Uncle Billy's been working on it the last couple days. We put a motor on, and I think the motor was too small. It was a 3/4 horse, and I think it was just too small of a motor for it. So now let's see what we got. We got a 5 horsepower motor on it, and let me see the RPMs, 1700. So about perfect for this. Then he had to go get some belts and a plug so we can plug it in and use it. I don't think he's gonna be here by the time I unload the first truck, but that's all right. I already put one load in the bin last night. Just like that. That's gonna warm up while we go take the truck down to the field. Let's get the grain a-flowing. So the door on the grain carts got a little bit of rusting out going on, so it's not completely closing for us. So we do open it up though. So we'll open it up about halfway because I'm gonna get out and get some shots for you guys, and I don't want to overflow the truck. Well, I just shut her off, so hopefully she starts back up later. If not, no big deal. I guess I just gotta go and grab the truck again. But this is how much we got left in here. And she was pretty heaped full, so that's not too bad. Yeah, you can see, I thought these were rusted out, but it's just where those center pins are. That's where the grain is constantly flowing out. So we got the truck really full. You can see the grain from here in it. And I didn't pull under that because the ground is, the farther back you go here, the wetter the fields get. So it is a little bit slippery in here just because of the frost, but that should go away as the day goes by. But just in case, I left it to where the truck will stay on the lane, which is a lot more solid than the field. And I really don't feel like getting a truck stuck this year. These beans, you can see we've gotten from the road here all the way back to where this field used to end. Now it's to the island right there. So we got, what is that? 15, 20 acres right there in that field. And then we got this field behind me, which I believe is 20 acres as well. And then I think that's 14 acres back there next to that crappy field that we did. And then we're done with organic beans. So probably, oh, this is 2 days right here. So probably got knock that field out today, get this field opened up, and then tomorrow do most, if not all of this field, and then that one. So I say 3 more days out here doing this. And then we switch over to corn, and corn should fly by because we don't have a lot of it, and you can get going pretty good. And if yesterday's video is edited and uploading, it is scheduled to go live at 6, but I don't know what happens if it's late. I don't know how that works, but Uncle Billy's unloading the truck, it looks like, and it looks like the grain cleaner is still not in use, so I'm gonna see what's going on with that and see what's wrong. So figured out the motor that we got is still too fast for the grain cleaner, so we gotta get a different motor eventually. But I am going to grab the skid loader and the big bucket. We're gonna start hauling stuff out of the shop, trash-wise. Positive terminal keeps loosening up on this, don't know why, but She was pretty cold, so we'll let her warm up for a while. We got a bucket and we got trash. So let's get hauling. We got the trash taken out, but I forgot. I was gonna pull out my phone to call Dad to see if he needed the truck so that we could go down and just switch places when I bring him the truck. But I seem to have forgotten my phone at home, so now I gotta go home and get that. Because there it is. Drove all the way home and it was sitting right there the entire time. I talked to Dad, he said wait a half hour and before coming down, because then he'll have the field finish that he was in. So it's been a half hour. I'm going down. I'm going to take the grain truck because there were 2 dumps in the grain cart already, and we should have almost a truckload in there. Probably not quite, because he said it's taken. That field wasn't quite as good as the rest of them, but that's all right. We're only going like a half mile with the truck, so we won't lose too much efficiency by taking a smaller load up now. Oh, that's a spooky view, isn't it? Alright guys, so it is 6:45 and I've only been able to run for about an hour or 2 before it got tough, so we're not able to run anymore. It's just too grassy and the stems are all moist and they don't feed through the combine well at all. So we are calling it quits for the night. Yep, it's done already. So guys, I guess this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button down below if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this, or if you just want to be reminded every time I upload, because sometimes YouTube algorithm can bury some of the stuff you actually want to watch and replace it with like new stuff from new people. But if you want to make sure you see every new video that comes up, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you next time.